everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, art history enthusiasts and visual culture aficionados. It's me again, Miss M, and I'm back with yet another video. And this is probably the one that a good number of you have been waiting for. Here we are. I'm about to do Understanding the Shining Part 7. I don't know what I'm going to title, like, after Part 7. Like, this one, it's called Cannibalism for Breakfast. I have no idea what, like, theme I'm going to assign to Part 8. We shall see. I did the, sheesh. I did the, PowerPoint presentation. I got all my screenshots. And did my PowerPoint presentation last night because I can't do all of that in the same day because it's a lot of work to get all the screenshots, and I've got 194 of them today for minutes, I think 21 through 24. 194 screenshots. I have to do that first, take all those screenshots, and then I have to insert them into just like a basic, regular, ordinary, no frills, no nothing PowerPoint presentation. And I always think like, let me think about what I'm going to say about this 3-minute part of the movie that I'm doing each and every time. Like, I go about my day, I cook, I go to the grocery store, I go to work, I'm on the freeway. Oh, and by the way, you guys, today, Los Angeles, that's where I live. We don't see very much rain. Ever. So those of you who might be here, like, who might also be Real Housewives fans of Beverly Hills, no, it does not snow in Pasadena. Okay? And it hardly ever rains even. So, like, I don't know what the hell Erica was talking about with that snow. But anyway, today was a goddamn mess on the freeway. I got going at about 5:30-ish in the morning. The rain was pouring like you wouldn't believe. And my visibility was almost zero. And thankfully, people were driving a lot more decent today than they usually do. So, but my God, by the time I got to it, took me about an hour to get to work. Did my thing, came home. By the time it was time for me to go back, really wasn't raining. Oh, I've had a hell of a day, and I think I had a panic attack this morning driving in the dark with some horrible rain, horrible conditions. But anyway, here I am, and I'm so happy to be back. Boxy. Where are you, Boxy? This is, again, care of Senor Boxy. The boss. Okay, so Boxy's like, okay, come on now. Where's part 8? And I said, you know what? Boxy's been reminding me, but Boxy, my schedule lately has been so awful that even your reminders haven't been doing much. But here I am. I'm doing it. I hope this thing, like, goes through. I hope I don't have to redo it again tomorrow. That'll piss me the hell off. So, Pazuzu, I'm counting on you. So here we are. Again, let me get the church announcements out the way. Returning viewers, thank you for returning. New viewers, thank you for being new. Subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. There are currently 163 of you. And I appreciate each and every single last one of you. Thank you. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share this video if you know somebody who might enjoy my nonsense. And that's that for reminding you to subscribe and hit the notification bell and all of that. And yes, I do have paid promotion stuff. So happy you asked. I've got some Stanley stuff, okay? I've got some Stanley stuff. This gorgeous thing. Stanley Kubrick photographs through a different lens. All right. Hardcover, multilingual edition, whatever. It's got his photographs from when he was a young photographer. And I'm going to put the link in the description. please do take a look at this. Look at the preview. He was really a very, very gifted photographer. And since I'm doing a Stanley video today, a Shining aficionado video today, why not take a look at it? And I think this is the lady from that picture I posted in my community thing for YouTube, where she's having a cup of coffee and a cigarette, and she looks just fabulous. I think this is her. So take a look at that. And then there's The Shining Revealed. Oh dear. An in-depth guide to understanding Stanley Kubrick's 1980 film, The Shining. This is from December 15th, 2012. It's a little pricey. Yes, it is. But this book claims to have just figured it all out. I don't know who this is. I don't know who these authors and editors are, but okay, for $200, I would definitely look through this if I saw it at a bookstore. Would I shell out $200? I don't know. I am Shining crazy, but I don't know if I'm that crazy. I might. Or I would love it if somebody bought it for me as a gift. I can tell you that for sure. Now, last but not least, here it is. Perspectives on Stanley Kubrick. I guess this is a series, anthology of books, Perspectives on Film by Mario Falsetto. And it's a collection of articles on the American director's 10 most crucial films and interviews with him, including those in Playboy and Rolling Stone. Among the topics are patterns of filmic narration in The Killing and Lolita, filming 2001, A Space Odyssey, photographing Barry Lyndon, and the unraveling of patriarchy in Full Metal Jacket. Y'all, this sounds good. I must say this sounds like an awfully good book for anybody who is like a hardcore, Stanley fan. I wish. I'm gonna put this. I'm gonna keep this book in mind. I might. You never know. I just might. So that, with all of that out the way, church announcements are done. Paid promotion portion of the church announcements done. Now let's get right on to it. All right, let me go back to my homepage for the object of art, and let me go to. Hold up. Let me go to these slides. Like I said, I've got 194 of them. And those of you who are brand new, and you've never looked at any of my videos or listened to them, whether it's the Shining video or Shining related or any other thing that I cover or discuss, you might not know what to expect. Listen, neither do I. I don't know what to expect either, because I switch this thing on, I get my thing together, I get my PowerPoint presentation together with my little screenshots and what have you, and I just don't know what I'm going to say. Ever. This might be 40 minutes, it might be 2 hours, I don't know. We shall see. But I had time today, or tonight rather, it's nighttime now here in Los Angeles, after a very serious rainy day, for us anyway. And let me just get going. This is where we left off in part 7. They are the camera walk. Remember the camera walk? And this is... what's his face? Yeah, it's been a long day. A long, rainy, wet day. Stuart Ullman. He's leading them through the hotel, showing them around. And I guess, the purpose of this is to let Jack, and I guess Wendy too, know the layout of the hotel and what their job is going to be as caretakers. Or I guess Jack's the caretaker. Wendy's just... kind of there. And I think the reason, camera walk, I think I discussed this already in part 7. This is for Stanley to show the viewer, hey, this is how the hotel is supposed to look. This is where, specifically in this shot, the Colorado Lounge, this is where the furniture is supposed to be. These couches, these lamps, this piano, there's that is that the caretaker guy or the worker guy that's dressed exactly the same as Jack is going to be dressed in like the second half of the movie? I don't know. So this is Stanley letting you know where shit should be. All right. And again, the chandeliers in this room, I don't think they're lit. The sconces are. There's another worker. Yeah, I guess he's polishing this piano. I don't know whether or not this piano disappears later on in the movie. Like in that really climactic scene that this movie is famous for, when Wendy is backing up the stairs. Because I watched it again today. I watched that scene today, and I don't recall seeing this piano. Everybody, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm 100% totally wrong, but I don't have time to check now. Everybody talks about that bear rug, the bearskin rug, in front of the fireplace. No, do people talk about this piano, though? I'm pronouncing it piano for a reason. This is supposed to be the Wild West, right? Anyway, so they're walking through, and notice something, okay? Shiny ass floors, sconces with the candles are lit, okay? Workmen getting everything nice and clean before the hotel closes. And here's Stuart Ullman. Okay, he's, I guess, the leader, right? And then there's Wendy. And then there's Jack. And then finally, last but not least, Bill Watson. Okay. I don't know what the protocol is for this kind of thing, because we live in the modern world, and we just, if we ever knew, we lost touch. Who should be walking, in front of who? Should it be the wife walking in front of the husband, or should it be the husband walking in front of the wife? I don't know, but I noticed when I was doing these slides that as they're walking through these spaces, Wendy is always in front of Jack. You'll see as we go along what I mean. Let me go to the next slide. Here's some more. Okay, so here's this shiny piano. Guy is polishing it. Okay, these plants, are they fake? I don't assume that they're real. They're still walking through the Colorado Lounge. I'm not so much concerned with the dialogue right now as I am about just visually looking at this, because these shots of the camera walk are terrifically boring. If you're not a Shining aficionado, and you're not one of those people who's trying to pick this movie apart, like particle by particle by particle, this is terrifically boring. If you're just watching this movie for its entertainment value, like these walk-through shots, or like the whole first, good third of the movie is really kind of dull. If you think about it. He's showing us, we're taking a tour of the hotel. Oh, whoopee. Big deal. Here's another worker. He's coming from upstairs. He's descending these stairs. He's got another one of these rugs. Why are they rolling up all these rugs? I don't understand it. But then again, I don't know anything about hotel management. All right. There's another worker. Okay, he's still climbing. This is interesting. I mean, is this some kind of foreshadowing? Like this worker carrying this rolled up rug downstairs. Is this isn't that like an old trope or something, like wrapping up a dead body in a rug, and that makes it, less what you call it, conspicuous when you're trying to transport a dead body. I don't know. I'm not sure. You all tell me in the comments. And then there's this other gentleman over here, and we'll see him in a second as we pan left. And here again, he's vacuuming this couch. There's a lot of red couches in this hotel. The vacuum cleaner, as you can see here, that's just the very top of it, red. Okay. And then these grids of death. All of these photographs throughout the whole hotel. They seem to be everywhere. They seem to be absolutely everywhere. Of these black and white photographs that we assume are of the hotel's past, the people who've stayed here, the celebrities, the famous people, the politicians, the royalty, like Stuart Alden said, all the best people who've stayed here. We assume that these black and white photos are of those people. Okay, cool. No problem. But, like, still, why are there so many of them? You know what I mean? Like, have you ever seen that in real life? Have any of you people, viewers, listeners, have any of you seen that in real life where you go to a place and there's just pictures and pictures and pictures and pictures of old events that took place there, like everywhere, just photos of them everywhere? I haven't seen that in my life, but then again, I haven't, my life is kind of boring. You all let me know. So this guy's vacuuming, okay, vacuuming couches, cool. There's another, like, what is up with these black and white photos? They're just freaking everywhere. Everywhere you turn in this hotel, whether it's in the Colorado Lounge, whether it's in a hallway, whether it's in an office, whether it's like, really? Why is this hotel obsessed with its own past? I'm wondering about this. I don't know. Because one of the dangers of, like, okay, I guess if you're watching my videos, like, about the Wendy's crazy theory. And it's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. I'm like here for it, But unfortunately, with a theory like that, as good as it is, even though it needs a lot of work, but as good as it is, or it needs more explanation, there's still other stuff that we shouldn't ignore because of the Wendy thing. You know what I mean? Like, okay, if that's what's going on in this movie, Wendy is the nutty one. All right, Wendy is she's got issues, right? She's got whatever issues, whether it's mental health issues, substance abuse issues, maybe she's abusive and whatever. Okay, all right, great. I mean, not great, but you know what I mean. Okay, but what about all this other stuff? Okay, let's not forget those false windows, or those impossible windows, rather, with impossible daylight coming through them. Let's not forget, like this, for example, again, a really good blogger that I have lost track of. I'm still looking. These black and white photos that blogger called the grids of death. What's up with those? What's up with the way that Stanley has color-coded this movie? What's up with his use of light? And I don't mean like the way he, as a filmmaker, and his crew lit the scenes. I mean like when we see a room, like which lights are on and which lights are not on. You know what I mean? Or is there daylight? And where's it coming from? And is it possible? Should it be possible for daylight to come through that window? All of the signs, all of the, colors, like, what is up? We can't ignore all of that stuff just because, okay, somebody thinks that they've solved the mystery, like with the Wendy thing. Okay, cool. But there's so much more going on. If he's saying that about Wendy, if he's testing your perception as a viewer, and maybe trying to figure out, okay, did you catch this about Wendy? Did you catch that the doctor woman is behaving oddly? Did you catch that the lunch scene with Danny and Wendy is weird? Did you catch that the kitchen is weird in the apartment? Did you catch that the whole family looks like sleep deprived and Danny and Jack have like signs that they're being physically abused? They do, by the way. Danny and Jack, their skin and their eyes and everything. To me, looks like signs of physical abuse. Wendy looks great, though. Wendy's skin looks great. Everything. Jack and Danny, like all that redness. I don't know. But what's going on? That's what I'm trying to figure out. So let's keep it moving. Grids of death. See, look what I mean. Look what I mean. Look what I mean. I'm going to take a step back. Colorado Lounge, chandeliers off. Is that because there's daylight streaming in? I don't know. And then we get into this hallway behind the Colorado Lounge. And here's these lights on. And I guess that's, that makes sense, but I don't know. And then there's this, cute little setup with this sofa and these two chairs, then a writing table with a pen and a what do they call these damn things? Like a blotter? Is that what they're called? I don't know. I forget what old things are called. And then these fireplaces. Gorgeous. And yes, there's lots of diamonds in this movie, all over the place. And they're kind of, they just kind of blend in with the background. You don't really notice them if you're a casual viewer, right? And then there's this Indian chief. I don't know who that is. Maybe somebody can tell me in the comments on the wall. And here they are, right? And they've turned the corner into this hallway. They're being shown through the hotel. They're looking up, right? What is it that I wanted to show y'all? Oh yeah, hold on. I'm talking and talking and talking. Look at this. Okay, did I miss it already? Okay, so Stuart is turning the corner. They're all following him. Wendy's in front of Jack, and Watson is behind Jack. Okay, and then here come these heads in the background. Look at this. Did you see this? Did you see this? Where did they come from? You see them? There's one here. There's two of them. Okay, they're hot. You blink and you'll miss them. As you know, I tried my best with these screenshots. There's two people. This is one, and then there's another one with like a blonder. Yeah, there it is. Like, who are these people? We don't get an explanation for who these people are. Like, just wandering around the hotel on the closing day. No explanation whatsoever. If they're not working, if they're not vacuuming, mopping, dusting, polishing, whatever, then they're young, attractive people. If they're not engaged in any manual labor or any cleaning or maintenance or whatsoever, they're young, attractive people. You know how I feel. You know what I think. The maintenance workers or the cleaners or whatever, all kind of like funky looking older men. I'm just saying. And here they are. They're approaching the camera. And again, this Native American chief. If this place was built on Indian burial ground, allegedly, according to Ullman, like, this is just a slap in the face to the Native Americans, putting this portrait here with this, I don't know if it's a chief. I don't know. It could not, maybe it isn't a chief. I don't know. But it looks like an important figure, and they're wearing something on their head, like a headdress or something. Why is that there? They're just insulting the people they killed in order to build this hotel? Is that what it is? I don't know. I just don't know. And here they're approaching closer and closer. Okay? And I don't know what they're talking about. Like I said, I'm not really at all concerned with dialogue today. I'm just concerned with, like, trying to figure some stuff out. I don't know how interesting this is going to be. There's some stuff where there are some, like, no pun intended, light bulb moments in these 190 or so slides that I put together for this. Let's see if we can do something, if we can find them, whatever. And here we are. Okay, so from this to this, and we have Danny in his blue clothes. He's dressed entirely in blue with these red accents on the jacket, right? And what is he doing? He is playing darts in the games room. All right. So in the darts, I don't know what these, like, things at the end of the darts are called, but they're red too. So when you watch this, Danny's about, what, 4 or 5, maybe, at the very most, years old, and he's playing darts. And, you know, he seems to be pretty okay at it. How many children do you know, that young, like 4-year-olds, who've got, like, such good hand-eye coordination? I don't know. Maybe kids are, like, the average kid is capable of throwing darts and hitting the board every single time. You know, maybe not right in the center, but none of those darts, you know, if there's 3 of them, none of them fall on the floor. So here he is, he's thrown his 3rd dart, and there's these weird posters on the wall that really don't make no sense. These are skiing posters. These are posters that look like they're advertising a winter resort where skiing is prominently featured. And we were told, well, actually Jack was told, by Stuart Ullman, specifically, like, you know, Jack asked him during the interview, why don't you guys do skiing? Like, that would be perfect. There's probably plenty of snow and whatever. And he's like, oh yeah, it would be. But like at the time that this hotel was built, this location was chosen for its seclusion and its scenic beauty. So they're not at all into or concerned about skiing. Okay. But they have these weird skiing posters or whatever. Like, it looks like winter sports, looks like skiing posters on the wall of this wood-paneled late 1970s ass game room. Danny's throwing darts. We see a pool table. I think this is a pool table. And is this possibly another pool table? Then back here is the foosball table. And then over here, that I'm circling with my cursor, is that a piano? Okay, is that a frickin' piano? I don't know. I just don't know. It's kind of blurry. It's hard to see. Let's go on to the next slide. I think it's a piano. More grids of death. Look at this. So these, like, non sequitur ski posters for a place that is not a ski resort. Don't make no sense. And then these black and white photos. More grids of death. Flags. All right. Yeah, this is a pool table. I see the billiards here. And Danny has thrown 3 darts, and he's now walking over, yeah, to the dartboard. And again, these grids of death in the games room. Like, who is this room for? It doesn't match the rest of the hotel. Okay, have you noticed, you guys? Like, this hotel looks like it was decorated by a crazy person. Literally. The games room doesn't look like it belongs here. It looks like it belongs in some, like, community recreation center, you know, somewhere in the 70s, where people, like, or it looks like a pool hall, like, and not like a nice one, but like kind of a gritty one, where it, like, the inside of it smells like beer. You know what I mean? This does not look like the kind of game room or recreation room that you would find in a high-end hotel, which this hotel is claiming to be, according to Ullman. All the best people come here. Really? This room is to serve or cater to all the best people? I don't believe it. I just don't. Anyway, moving on. Here goes Danny, and here's some couches. They're brown, okay, or coffee colored, you know, cafe au lait colored. And then he's walking towards the dartboard, and, like, he's short. Look at him. He's short. Why is he short? Because he's 4 years old. That's why he's short. All right. And then he's climbing up here. Look at what he has to do. Like, to get to that dartboard. Yeah, to get to that dartboard to retrieve those darts. How did he hit that board? So not only is he throwing, like, in a straight line, he's throwing not up. His darts are traveling upward towards this dartboard. Look how much, like I don't know if he's using a stepping stool or climbing onto a chair, because you can't see for, like, his legs or how he's getting up there to get the darts. Does this make any sense to you? Doesn't make any sense to me. But then again, I'm a little slow. So let's keep it moving. Okay, he's getting his darts. And while he's getting his darts, there's 3 of them. All 3 of them hit the board. So, whatever. And he's doing this, and he has obviously a feeling. If you watch the movie, you'll see it's very obvious that Danny gets this feeling that he's being watched. All right. So, and then he reacts to that feeling that he's being watched, turns his head. Okay. Didn't even manage to get the 3rd dart out of there. And look at it, zooms into him so quickly. Like, you see this blurry part on the periphery of this shot, and that's because Stanley Kubrick, or whoever's operating the camera, does such a quick zoom towards Danny's face. It's like, whoa, see? Look at that boom, 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 boom. What does this mean? This, like, I don't know what it means. I'm not, I keep saying I'm not a film person. But it means something. Okay. Like something hit him. Something smacked him upside the head. Not literally, figuratively. This premonition, this feeling of being watched, whatever it is. So he turns around, looks, and there they are. Oh, Lord. More grids of death. So there's grids of death on this wall over here. There's grids of death on this wall over here. There's green tables. I suppose that these green tables are for playing cards. Again, I'm not big on games, whether they're video games or board games or card games or whatever. But as far as I know, green, I think felt, is it? Lined tables are for playing cards, various card games. Is that what these are for? Okay. And also notice that, well, we'll see when we get to it. Not now, but in the future. When we get to the gold room, during the camera walk or the tour of the hotel, you shall see that the tables in the gold room are also, the tops of them are green, when they're not covered by tablecloths. Make of that what you will. So here's that. Yeah, there's another foosball table over here. More like mountain, snowy mountain posters. Another skiing poster. I don't know what this is back here. Not that concerned about it, but if anybody knows, drop it in the comments. And then there's this table that looks like it's just for hanging out, lounging, bullshitting, whatever. Cigarette machine. Oh, the good old days. And there are these 2 creepy little girls. Okay, who the hell is they? I don't remember. I'm gonna have to refresh my memory, or when I'm scratching myself, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna have to refresh my memory about, like, does Danny see these creepy little girls in his vision? His alleged vision. Allegedly his alleged vision. Oh my God, this is getting complicated. But when he passes out in the bathroom and prompting his mother to call that alleged doctor. Allegedly call that alleged doctor. Oh wow. Does he see these 2 creepy little girls in that vision? I'm not sure. I am not sure. My brain has been scrambled. But there they are. Okay. These girls are very obviously twins. The actresses that played them were twins. They're not just sisters, they're twins. I don't know if they're identical, but they look almost exactly the same, and they're wearing the same outfit, same hairdo, same shoes, same socks, same posture, same everything, same color, blue, which I have, in my mind, I have designated blue in this movie as Wendy's color. Her blue is maybe like a little bit darker blue, like a royal blue or cobalt or something like that. This is like, I don't know, what do you call this? A sky blue, powder blue, whatever. And there they are. And Danny feels their presence, according to what we've just seen. There he is again. And when I was showing this movie to somebody, and this particular part of the movie where they show up in the games room, and then we go back to Danny's face, somebody told me, "Oh dear, Danny's shook. He's shook." What do you see? Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? So he just looks scared, or is it not? Maybe it's not scared, but it's like he doesn't quite know what to think, does he? There's an apprehension, there's a tension, there's maybe not just flat out like fear, but he doesn't know what to think. He doesn't know what to think about this at all. And then there they are again. And the camera lingers on them for quite a while, and then they turn their heads. They look at each other. They give the twins, the little girls give each other these knowing looks, right? They look kind of like they're maybe even about to start giggling or something. And then they turn. All right. They're holding hands, by the way. Let me go back. They're holding hands, obviously, so they're joined. They turn, they look at each other, and then they turn to walk away, and they're moving basically as one unit, the two of them together. Okay, they're turning again. And they don't turn, it's not like each of them turns inward. No, they turn like it's like I don't have the words to describe this. They're turning like a plank or like a 2x4, very wide kind of turn. And then they keep turning, and then they walk away. Again, still holding hands, right? As one unit, these two little girls are moving and behaving and whatever. And they're wearing what I call Wendy's color, blue. My theory that I will go ahead and lay on you at this point in the analysis, part 8, right? I think that these two little girls have nothing to do with the horrific story that Ullman told Jack during the interview portion of the movie about what's his face, Grady, was it Charles Grady, who in 1970 was the caretaker, and he ran amok and shot his wife and his two little girls, about 8 and 10, and then no, he didn't shoot. No, he killed them with an axe. Sorry, and stacked them like firewood somewhere in the hotel, and then shot himself in the head. No, I don't think that these are because a lot of people. Sorry, I'm stuttering. I'm all over the place. But a lot of people think that like these two little girls must have something to do with the two little girls from that story. Two little girls about 8 and 10. These are not two little girls about 8 and 10. These are identical twins. You cannot be 8 and 10 and be twins. No way. No way. At all. Nope, not even somewhat possible to be exactly the same size and have the same facial features and be twins and be like 2 years apart. No. So these two little girls have nothing to do with that story about the Grady person that was told during the interview, in my opinion. And people have remarked on that. People just assume that these two little girls are from that story. Why? The story specifically states that the little girls were 8 and 10. These are not. They're identical twins. And what do I think is going on? I think, I keep saying that they're wearing Wendy's colors, blue. And the sash on the these little like light blue dresses, the sash, if in my opinion, I could be wrong, but the sash on the dresses seems to be kind of like a very light pink color. Okay? Blue and red are Wendy's colors. And if they're wearing a very light version of Wendy's colors, like light blue, light red, and or also known as pink, I think that these two little girls represent the two different sides or of Wendy's personality. Like, I mean, if she does have schizophrenia, like, that is a fragmenting of the mind. Okay. Or, I mean, do they even call it schizophrenia anymore? I'm not, like, with it when it comes to this terminology. I'm just not. Is it called, like, split personality or multiple personality disorder? Is that what's going on with Wendy? And these are, like, the two different sides of her personality? I don't know. I don't know. But I think that these two little girls are representations of Wendy. Somehow. Somehow they're representations of Wendy. And I don't know. I could be wrong. Let me know, you guys. Let me know what you think. And you know, they come to see Danny in the games room. Okay. Danny is playing his darts, just minding his own business, and here they are. They show up. This is when he after he arrives at the hotel with his parents. This is the first place where he encounters these two creepy little girls. I think he might have seen him in his vision before he passed out, allegedly passed out, whatever. And he's seeing them here. Because when Danny is having lunch with his mother, with Wendy, and they're having that peanut butter jelly sandwich, and Danny's drinking the white milk with the glass that has diamonds on it, and Wendy's having her cigarette and sandwich lunch, and reading The Catcher in the Rye, and drinking I don't know what out of that Tom and Jerry cup. I didn't see any coffee in that kitchen, so ain't no telling what she's drinking from that mug. You know, that was the topic of conversation. Like, oh, Danny said, oh, there's hardly anybody to play with around here. You know. And these two girls, later in the movie, those of you who are familiar with the movie, that's their famous line, come play with us. Come play with us. Come play with us, Danny, forever and ever and ever. Okay. All right. So, come play with us. That's when he sees them in that hallway, when he's making his rounds on his tricycle. We'll get there when we get there. But he first encounters them, or a vision of them, or whatever you want to call it, in the games room. What happens in the games room? People play games in the games room. So, this movie is about some kind of weird game. Okay, Danny talks about it when he's eating his sandwich. Here they are. He sees these two. First time he sees them is in the games room. This movie is all about games. Somebody's playing a game. There's a game. Or what are they? What's that saying? The game is afoot. Okay, cool. You know. What are the rules of this game? Okay, I'm not a sports fan. You know, not just because I'm female. You know, a lot of women like sports, but I wasn't raised to like them or enjoy them or like even pay any attention to them. But I know that they do exist. And the men in my life, you know, they love their sports, and I leave them alone. I let them watch it. I don't even come in the room when the game is on, because I don't want to be bad luck or whatever. But you know, ladies, we get blamed for all kinds of shit. But I just make the sandwiches and I keep my mouth shut. Hello. But let me just keep going. I've noticed that, especially men who are big fans of games, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, you know, internationally, tennis, golf, billiards, you know, pool, poker, crazy eights, chess, Stanley Kubrick was a, kind of pretty well known for his chess skills. All these games have rules, regulations, um, and sometimes they require referees or somebody to make judgment calls on whether or not any given move or any given situation is allowable or what. And this is how sports works. Okay, you got to know all those rules and regulations, and men just know, or sports fans in general, but men specifically, are very well aware and very well acquainted with the way sports work, and all of those rules and regulation and nuances and loopholes and caveats and what have you with regard to the rules of the game and how it's played, and yellow card, red card, all this shit, right? What are the rules of this game? If there's a game being played, and I believe there is in this movie, what's the rules? What's the rule? And once, okay, sports fans, people who are into this kind of thing, chess players, poker players, whatever, like, the rules are the rules. You can't change them. You can work with them. You can maybe work around them, but you can't change those rules. That's how that works, isn't it? All right? What are the rules of the game? If there's a game being played in this movie, like I said, I believe there is. What's the rules? And these little girls, they came to see him. Their first opportunity, they came to visit Danny in the games room. So, is he going to be like playing a game with them? And what kind of game is it? Is it a kind of game where his life is at stake? Like a dangerous game? What's going on? What is going on? Oh, and let's just take it all the way to the end. Water cooler, phone booth. Water cooler. This looks less like a games room to me than it does like a staff lounge, but that's just me. I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. Tell me what you think. Okay, tell me what you think. Okay, and the little girls leave. Bye-bye, creepy little girls. And is this poster back here something to do with twins? I think maybe. I watched that documentary, Room 237, and I remember somebody talking about it in the movie. And is this like a bull riding or a rodeo kind of poster over here? And then somebody would, say, oh, well, that has to do with the labyrinth and the Minotaur and whatever. Yeah, I know about the Minotaur. Yeah, I know about the labyrinth and King Minos and Theseus and Ariadne. I know all about that. Do I think it applies here? I don't know. I'm not sure. I am not sure. But I'm going to keep it in my mind. I sure am. Phone booth. You call people on the phone. Yeah? At least back in the day. Why is it in the games room? I don't know. And here's Danny, who is still shook. Okay, moving on. Here we are. They're on their way to visit their apartment. Like I said, remember, let me go back. All right. So they're walking through the Colorado Lounge. Jack and the family arrive in the hotel. Jack is in the lobby, having his sandwich, reading his Playgirl magazine. Lord Jesus. Okay, so here comes... Where's Wendy? Where's Danny? We don't know, and nobody tells us in that part of the movie. So here comes Ullman and Watson, and they say, oh, yeah, did you get in? And, oh, where's your luggage? And, oh, good, you had a chance to get a bite to eat. I remark at how inappropriate it is for anybody to be reading a magazine like that in front of their boss on their first day of work. I don't care where you work. I don't care what kind of job you have. It's still kind of like just inappropriate. You put that shit down in front of your boss. Don't let him see you reading a skin magazine, for goodness sake. Anyway, and then he says, okay, Jack, we'll go ahead and show you your apartment, and then the rest of the hotel. Okay, and then what's the next shot? It's not the apartment. It's walking through the Colorado Lounge. Hello. They get off. The next shot is Ullman, Jack, Wendy, and Watson getting off of the elevator. And exiting it, and that hallway behind the Colorado Lounge, and then they go through the Colorado. And that's not the apartment, though. And the fact that they're getting off of the elevator tells you that they were just upstairs, probably looking at the, because Ullman says, we're going to look at your apartment and then everything else. Okay, cool. But no, the next shot is not the apartment. It's the Colorado Lounge and them walking through it. And, this here, right? I already went through all of these. And where are they? So that means they've already been in the apartment. So we're being shown this portion of the movie. We're being shown out of sequence. All right? Are you following me? Am I making sense? I hope I am. All right, and then we see Danny here. Like, again, when Jack is eating his sandwich and reading The Playgirl, we don't know where Wendy is. We don't know where Wendy is. She is unaccounted for in that part of the movie. Danny, too. I think is that the part where Jack says, my son has discovered the games room? I am not sure. I am really, really, really not sure. But here he is in the games room. What is he doing in the games room? He's hitting a dartboard with these darts. He's target practice. Jesus Christ. And then here comes these little girls that are the stuff of nightmares. Is this a representation of Wendy? Is this... I just had a weird, crazy thought. Are these two little girls not really there? Is that really Wendy? And she's, for whatever reason, to Danny, Danny is seeing her not as she really is, as his mother, a grown-up woman, and his mother. No, he's seeing her as these two little girls who are joined at the hands. They're clasping their hands together, and they move in unison. I don't know, and I don't know. But, games room, games. The game is afoot. What are the rules of the game? What's going on? What in the blue fuck is going on in this movie? Okay, here we are in the staff wing of the hotel. And it looks like they're kind of packing this area up. This is what we see. And then there's this picture of this child. It looks like a child to me anyway. Is this a Native American child? I see it. The kid looks like he has a little bit darker skin, black hair, whatever. And why is there a picture of a child in this part of the... Like, who put this here? Anyway, then there's this black square on the wall with this powder blue wallpaper. More or less the same color as these little girls' outfits. What is this black square here? Is this a light switch? What the hell is this? And then we have the wallpaper in the back hallway back here. What are those? Are those cotton flowers? Like, what is going on? And then we, keep going. All right. We see these funky chair. Is this a chair? Is this two chairs, like, stacked one on top of the other? Like, what is that? And they keep going. They keep walking towards their apartment. There's this weird table in the hallway. What is that there for? There's a random ass mattress just slung over this banister. Okay. And they're moving towards the apartment, and here's Wendy. Again, Wendy is walking in front of Jack. Hands in her pockets. Is like, what is going on? Jack does not have his hands in his pockets. Ullman doesn't have his hands in his pockets either. Wendy's got her hands in her pockets. What is, like, body language, people? Like, do you know? What does it mean when somebody has their hands in their pockets? Are they being secretive? Are they being defensive? Or is it a self-comforting gesture? I don't know. But she just has to walk in front of her husband. Is she the caretaker or him? Like, who is this tour for? Anyway. They walk in towards the apartment. Like, here goes another, like, random-ass chair, an end table kind of deal. Like, why would you need this in a hallway? Why would you need, like, somewhere to sit in the hallway? Like, I mean, if you're, like, a waiter or a bellhop or whoever, chambermaid, somebody, and like maybe you just need to like take a load off after you're done cleaning one room, and before you move on to another, you sit down in this very weird colored chair, and then there's this end table with some newspapers or whatever. Like, take a little break before you get started with the next room. Is that what this is? Shit, I don't know. But you know my theory about this hotel. Is this just another part of that setup? I don't know. Moving on. Ullman in his red pants. Here come two youthful, attractive women descending these stairs, and one is carrying like a red satchel or suitcase, right? And this is the part where they say, oh, wait, here we are. They say, goodbye, Mr. Ullman. And Ullman says, goodbye, girls. And, well, of course, Jack takes notice. He hears the female voices. He turns around. He sees them. This one, here she is. I guess he likes what he sees because he kind of stares at them. And I don't know if he's being a creeper, but maybe Jack knows exactly what kind of place this is. If I'm right about my theory, and this is a brothel, and he knows it's a brothel, and he knows what kind of job these women do, mostly women, and some men. We've seen some attractive younger men too. Maybe he's not so much like leering at them, like being weird or gross or anything. Maybe he's just like, oh my God, those are the hoes. I don't know. Like maybe he's working here. He got the job here. Maybe he was told by Ullman and or Watson exactly what kind of place this is. Or if they didn't tell him explicitly, maybe he just like figured it out because, take a look around. There's no kids around. All of the employees, quote unquote employees, are young, attractive people. There's like Playboy or Playgirl magazine just hanging out on the tables in the lobby. There's nothing to do, nowhere to go, no swimming pool, no golf course, no tennis court, no pool. Adele already said pool. That maze, where is it? There's no shops, there's no restaurants, there's no theaters. It's in the middle of nowhere, and it's populated by young, attractive women. Yeah, that's suspicious. So even if they didn't tell him that this is in fact that kind of place, like, how hard would it be to figure it out? You know what I mean? Anyways, he's looking at them. Like I said, maybe he's not like being gross or anything, but he's just like, those are the prostitutes. Wow. Interesting. Like when you see somebody who does that for a living, you're like, wow, they look normal. They look normal. They look just like anybody else. And that's kind of shocking in its own right, isn't it? You expect them to look like they do in the movies or whatever, and they don't. Yeah, that's the thing about life. It always surprises you, and not by like bowling you over with something, but sometimes by like underwhelming you. Or just the exact opposite of your expectations. You're expecting a huge explosion, and all you get is like nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's even sometimes a little bit more shocking than the huge explosion you were expecting. And they're on their way. Like I said, this luggage, I'ma tell you again. I said it in the last video. These bags that they're carrying, they're supposed to be living here and working here as what? Chambermaids? Please. For what? Months and months and months? No, those little bags, that is not enough clothes for months and months and months. That's barely enough clothes. That's barely enough room for a woman, for her underwear and her bras and her her hair dryer and her shampoo and her moisturizer and so on. It's no way in hell. That I ain't even got started on the clothes and the shoes. So yeah, that's not enough luggage for somebody to be living there for however many months. No, especially a woman. No way. Just no way. And Jack is, he wanted to get a good look at the hose. I assume. Now, they're walking into this, I guess, foyer part of their apartment. And there's stairs. I'm going to have to keep my eye on this because, like, they are ascending stairs to get into the main part of this apartment. Here. Are those stairs always there? I gotta think about it. I gotta wonder about it. And, like, this is still a camera walk, so we're seeing the hotel as it really is. Impossible windows and all, but the hotel's default settings are what's being shown to us during this camera walk. So he's walking up the stairs, Ullman, and then Wendy, and then Jack, and I don't see any light. Do y'all see a light in this foyer portion of the apartment? I don't see it. Maybe I don't have very good eyesight, but I don't see it. Okay. So he's bringing them up to the main part. And by the way, why are there stairs? Like, what is this? This is weird. Why should there be stairs in this entryway for the apartment? I don't know. But they're walking up, okay? And by the way, hold up. Like, when Wendy, look at Wendy's face. Wendy's, what I assume to be hoes, show up. Here she is talking with Ullman, and here come the hoes, and they say goodbye, Mr. Ullman, and doesn't she look somewhat sullen when other women show up? She looks kind of like, I don't know. Does she? Look at her. She looks like some sad little girl here. What is up with Wendy? Like, is she jealous of the hoes? Well, she's not turning her head. She doesn't see Jack, like, looking at him. No, but something about that just caught my eye. Anyway, here we go back to here. Wait a minute. Okay, so here we are. All right, he's showing them around, living room, dining room, whatever, the spiel. And look at her face. She is not pleased at all. This is a smile over here. Ullman is smiling, whether it's a fake smile or not, don't matter, it's a smile. Jack is just confused. Wendy is just like, really? This is where I'm going to be staying? Okay. Yeah, they're not pleased at all. So they're getting a look at Danny's bedroom. All right. And this is the part where Danny's bedroom looks bleak. This is the part where Jack says, "Oh, it's just perfect for a child." Yeah, sure it is. Or like that. Yeah, that's totally how they really feel about it. Of course. And then, turning back. All right. Yeah, Wendy's not at all happy. And neither is Jack, but he's doing a much better job of concealing his true opinion of the apartment that they've been given to stay in for months and months and months as caretakers of the hotel. He's smiling, he's being polite. Like on your first day of work, you don't want to piss off your boss. All right? So they're moving towards this door, and then, here she is with her, fake ass smile. And they're moving in towards this like dining living area of this pathetic little apartment, and it's just gross. This refrigerator is who knows how old. They've got like coffee cups and whatever in the back, like, okay, water, whatever on the refrigerator. And it's hard to see like the stuff in this room at this point because like their backs are all so wide that they're covering most of the picture. Okay, so they're moving forward. Yeah, we see, like, is that a radiator over to the right here? Moving towards the bedroom area. Right. This thing over here is the mirror of the dressing table. You know, Jack's still smiling, that fake ass smile. Moving in, moving in. There's this lamp here. There's a picture on this bookshelf over here. They're moving in. Again, Wendy, hands in pockets. All right? Hands in pockets. These windows should be impossible as well, I think. And you know, those of you who've watched the movie know why. And there's not like a huge amount to say here. It's just, and it's hard to even, you know, if this is a camera walk, Stanley is not making it easy for us because the people obscure a good part of this room that we're supposed to be looking at. So, you know, and here's Jack. Here comes Jack, okay? He walks up to the bed. The sheets haven't been put on the mattress yet. And look what he's doing. He's taking his hands and he's checking the bounciness of the mattress. Like, really, Jack? Really? What you trying to say about this mattress and what you're going to be doing on it during your stay here? Yeah? Is it because you want to have a good night's sleep? Is that why you're concerned about the strength or the resilience of this mattress, or is it something else? Let's keep it moving. Wendy's. I think he says he does that, and he says cozy, you know. And then she walks into the bathroom. Are we foreshadowing something? We know what's going to happen in this bathroom later. So here we go. Right? Here we go. What also intrigues me, hold on a minute, these door frames. To me, personally, it looks like these door frames, maybe they're Art Deco. I don't know that much about that. I should look it up. But to me, the door frames seem to be mimicking Greek pillars. All right? From temples, like Greek temples. Y'all let me know. And if that's what's going on, that adds another element to this. Okay, so this staff wing of the hotel, we have these door frames that very strongly resemble the pillars or the columns of ancient architecture, Greece, Rome, what have you. Okay, they're moving into the bathroom. You know, I mean, like, how do you show somebody a bathroom? And like, what do you say about a bathroom, especially one like this? Like, hey, people, this is where you're going to be doing your shitting. You know, isn't it great? Isn't it beautiful? And her hands are still firmly placed in her pockets. Okay, firmly placed in her pockets. There's a shower curtain. There's a towel. There's a toilet. There's that window, that teensy-weensy little window. Medicine cabinet, sink, little shelf here. Toilet paper. Ooh, they already put toilet paper. How nice of them. Then, okay. Look at her face. She's just pissed. She's barely, I think she's barely, like, containing her dissatisfaction and her, I don't know, maybe even rage. Who knows? There he is. Yeah. They're trying to be polite. You know, finally, her face goes from, like, really sour to, like, that fake little smile. Him, too. He's doing a much better job. Much better job. But again, he has more at stake. He's the one who's been hired. Right? And, then he puts his, Lord. I think he just put his, yeah. I think he put his hands in his pockets here. And I think if I recall correctly, hands in pockets means that you are not maybe you're not lying, you know, but you're keeping your thoughts to yourself, right? So, okay, and then we have this fade shot. Okay, I will be right back. I've been talking for almost an hour and 10 minutes, so I need a little coffee break myself. I'll be right back and we will finish up this thing. We're on slide 137 of 194 slides. We're going to do this. See you in a minute. And I'm back. Okay, you guys. Had a nice little break. All right, so we're done with this apartment for now. We're going to come back. You know the movie. And we are fading into that damn maze. Okay? And yeah, again, Jack and Wendy are quite thoroughly underwhelmed with this apartment. But we're going from the apartment, okay, so we're fading from the bathroom in the apartment with Jack and Wendy in it, foreshadowing, to this maze. Alright, so is Stanley telling you, or letting you know ahead of time, that the bathroom in the apartment and the maze will somehow be linked later in the movie? Possibly. If you've seen the movie, you know the answer to that. So we're fading into this again. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Okay, here's this maze. There's somebody working in the maze. Who is that? I don't know. But here's Ullman, Wendy, Jack, Watson. Always the same order when they're walking around the hotel, the four of them. So Watson is talking about the maze and how, it's a whole lot of fun. And he wouldn't go in there unless he had a couple of hours to spare, which lets you know that this maze is pretty big and pretty complicated, not easy to navigate. Okay, and they're walking. Okay, with the maze, it's got these lights here. Walking towards this corner of the maze. Were they inside the maze? We don't know. It seems like they're just walking past it. Alright. This maze is ugly, by the way. It's just big and green, and it's built like... I'm looking at it now. Okay, I'm looking at the maze. And to me, the maze, the external part of the maze, the outer walls of the maze, it looks like some kind of... some kind of like ancient fortress. You know what I mean? It looks like fortress walls. These things, I don't know what they're called. These columns along the walls of the maze, and these things on top that sort of punctuate the maze. They look like they come from the ancient world, some sort of ancient, like I said, fortification of some kind. Why does it look like that? At least to me. You guys let me know what you think. And they're walking. Again, why couldn't we see this maze from the aerial shot? It looks, this is just one small corner of the maze. Apparently, this is a big, huge maze, very complicated. Like, why couldn't we see it in the shots at the beginning of the movie, the establishing shots of the hotel? In the front, we saw the parking lot. In the back, we didn't see much. I didn't see any evidence of a maze in those shots. Is this portion of the walkthrough just part of Wendy's mind? Like, what the hell? What the hell? Like, what's going on? This doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. And this is, we know what role the maze plays in this movie. If you've seen the movie already, you know what role it plays. We're getting closer and closer to the hotel. Now, I'm wondering, is this what we're seeing here? This part of the hotel. Is this the front of the hotel, or is this the back of the hotel? It is hard to tell, isn't it? It is really, really, really hard to tell. And there's this man hauling this cart with firewood. Okay. And there's these people coming from where? Where are they coming from? And why are they walking along this maze? Like, where are they going with their bags. These people here, right next to the maze. And here is Watson, Wendy, Jack. I'm sorry, no, Ullman, Wendy, Jack, Watson. And these cars. Okay, so we have a blue car here. All right. And then we have a white car here. Is that a Jeep? I'm not sure. And then here is the guy with the cart with wood. The four of them. The guy's walking along the maze. For, like, what reason? I don't know. Like, is their car there? Are they waiting for somebody? Are they going to get picked up here? I don't know. You know? And here's this car coming that you can barely see. You could barely see this car coming. Is this foreshadowing the snowcat? I don't know. And then, just about like they're crossing this little street, if you could even call it that, and the car's coming. They're not pausing, they're not stopping. Like, do they want to get hit by the car? What's going on? And then all of a sudden, you know, we assume that they have turned right. Okay, they're walking here. We just go ahead and assume that they have turned right. And then there's this little path close to this entrance or exit of the hotel. I don't know. Where's the blue car and the white car? You see what I mean? Where's it at? Where's it at? So this here, like, is this a chimney? I'm not sure. But I guess it is. Okay, this chimney is that chimney, this chimney here. And if that chimney is the same as this chimney, and then this is the same, like, grass in front, and then we have a blue car and a white car here. Okay, where's the blue car and the white car at? All of a sudden, different color cars, got a brown station wagon with all this luggage here. Okay. Where did that blue car go? Is this the same blue car here behind Wendy? I don't think it is. But then again, I'm not sure. Are my eyes deceiving me? You guys help me. Because I'm seeing an inconsistency. Okay? That is I was talking with Tankard. And a lot of the people, like, you know, the gatekeepers, or people who consider themselves gatekeepers of any possible analysis of this movie, Tankard was telling me, hey Tankard, how you doing? That a lot of people, like, they believe, or they claim to believe, that all of these anomalies or quote-unquote continuity errors are just Stanley Kubrick being sloppy, and he did a whole bunch of takes, and we were discussing this earlier today. Okay, fine. Explain this shit. Where did that station wagon come from? This car, this blue car, might be the same as this car here. I don't think so, because, you know, this car doesn't seem to have a white roof, and this one does, behind Wendy, and it's parked wrong. Okay, this car has been backed into, or it looks to me, yeah, there's headlights here. This car seems to have been backed into this parking spot. This one is not backed in. At least that's how it looks to me. And then there's this brown station wagon behind Bill Watson. And all this luggage that just wasn't there a minute ago. And this is the same chimney, and the same, like, facade, and the same, you know, stone pillars, and what is this? Y'all tell me. Here comes the man. What the hell? Where is he? You know. Here comes somebody with more luggage. Are we equating people with luggage again? Blue cart, red wheels. Oh boy. Okay. They're walking. 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 walking some more. Is this some people with, are those people, hold on, where am I? Are those people these people? I don't think so. That man is wearing an orange shirt. Let's see. You know, another thing that don't make no sense. Where's the dude? Yeah, nope, not the same people. Where'd they come from? Did they come from inside the hotel? And if they were outside, like, why are they outside with their bags? Because this area that we're looking at now, in this part of the movie, in this, tour, the Ullman is giving them a tour, you know that this part of the hotel, whether it's the front or the back, I don't know, is going to be very important later in the movie. So he's giving us a layout, a camera walk, if you will, of this part before it's covered in snow. We get to see all the stuff, all the rocks, all the grass, lampposts, that suspicious ass maze. Is the maze a metaphor for the human brain and like getting lost in your thoughts, or somebody who's not in control of their mind or can get lost in it very easily? I don't know. I know about the labyrinth, I know about the Minotaur, I know about King Minos, I told you about that. It still doesn't match up for me personally. Anyway, here's the snow cat. Yeah, the snow cat. Red. Gosh. Yeah, Stanley Kubrick color coded this movie. Red, blue, green, yellow, brown, whatever. Whatever. Okay, and they're talking about, like, they call it a snow cat, but like on the top of it, it says snow track. So I just don't know what to think. Okay, so they're walking towards the garage where the snow cat is. And he said, "Oh, can you both drive a car?" And they say, "Yeah." And they say, "Oh, then you should be fine. Then you should be able to drive this snow cat." Okay. I wish I could see better. My eyes need help. And plus this is blurry. But this sign on the side of the garage, like, what does it say? Red letters, so it must be important. But what does it say? And there's a garbage can with another American flag on it. Oh, Stanley. Like, what the hell? These garbage cans around this maze all have American flags on them. All have American flags on them. Really? Okay. Snowcat's gonna be important later. Okay, so we're fading into the hallway near the gold room. And the gold room is, as you can see, there are gold curtains, so you know you're in the right place, I guess. And I think Ullman is talking about how they had this part of the hotel redid and, new carpeting, new whatever. And here's my very last slide. So we go from the snowcat, the garage, the maze, the snowcat, to this. And again, red couches. What is up? What is up? I have so many thoughts. And behind them, oh, look at that. Behind them, do I spy, with my little eye, another grid of death at the end of this hallway behind them? I don't know, you guys tell me. So I'm done. Pretty much, anyway. So this is right before the next part where they enter the gold room and we first meet Halloran and so on and so forth. So I don't know, you guys. I don't know. What did you all think of this? I don't know, like, this part 8 episode is falling a little flat for me, but then again, I haven't done this in a while. I thought about it and thought about it and thought about it. Don't know what to think. I talked a lot about the games room and the two creepy little girls and Danny and his darts and so on and so forth. I don't know quite what to think. This is this frame here, this screenshot is in my copy exactly the 24-minute mark. In your copy it might be a little different. I don't know, but I think I've done everything that I wanted to do with these screenshots today for Understanding the Shining Part 8. You know, I don't know. I just don't know. But anyway, let me go back to my homepage. So again, you know you're in the right place. You should by now. So I think that's it for today. I think I've covered what I wanted to cover. I've provided you with yet another installment. It's not 2 hours long. It's right now I'm at about an hour and almost 26 minutes. I hope I said something. I hope I said something. I hope I've done a good enough job. You guys, I'm still having a good time. You know, maybe it's going to get more exciting later. Maybe I'm just tired today. I don't know. But you guys tell me what's up. Let me know. And I want feedback. I've been having marvelous comments lately. The next video I do is probably going to be a coffee break viewer mail Shining edition video. So stay tuned for that. Once again, I've got, 163 subscribers. Whoever you guys are, thank you. I appreciate it so much. I'm having a marvelous time. I hope you guys are enjoying it at least somewhat. It's been a heck of a time for me lately. Nothing horrible, nothing tragic, just too damn busy and overwhelmed with like my to-do list and all this stuff. So, like I said, don't forget these. I'm going to provide links in the description if you're interested. These look like interesting Stanley and Shining related books. To me, they look interesting. I hope you find them interesting as well. And once again, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. If you know somebody who might be enjoying this, or would enjoy this rather, if you have any ideas for movies that you want me to review, artworks that you want me to review, anything really, let me know. And like I said, next video is going to be a viewer mail, and then after that I'm going to get back to Kill Bill, and then after that, I don't know, hopefully I will do some more videos about actual art history and that kind of thing. But you guys, until then, until the next time that I find yet another reason to talk at you, I guess I will go ahead and bid you bye-bye. So, bye-bye everybody.